What is going on, guys? It is your coach of the Detroit Blue Flares, Kaz the Weeb, and we are here with our draft analysis for basically Season 3 of the PUDL. But we have a division swapped out, so now it's Wi-Fi, and we call it the Masterball division because in my league that I run, which is this one obviously, we've added two more divisions, one for Wi-Fi, one more for Showdown. So we have two tiers. We have Master Ball and Ultra Ball, and since I'm the founding member, basically, I put myself in Master Ball. Will I stay in Master Ball? Who knows? Because the way that our draft league is going to work is that for both divisions, we have Master Ball, Ultra Ball. The bottom two of Master Ball will be cycled down to the second division, which is Ultra Ball, and the top two guys will move up. And that's just kind of the ebb and flow of it every season, basically, unless we decide to change it. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get right into it. Alright, up first with my first pick. I was second overall. We played marbles on stream, so I got really lucky. My marble is goated. And we got ourselves Gouging Fire. I was so excited to use this mon. It's one of the best Paradox mons that I can see. I love this guy, like at least visually. I really like the way he looks. So got really fortunate that the guy in first decided to go Iron Boulder instead, I believe, which is Finley. You guys know Finley. And yeah, so I went with Gouging Fire, a nice strong Fire Dragon type, rocking 105 HP, 115 attack, 121 defense, 65 speed attack, 93 speed def, and 91 speed for a total of 590 BST. This guy is a beast. Bulky in both ways, just because he has that fat HP stat, so he can be bulky in speed def, bulky in defense. He gets Morning Sun, which is great for just, you know, not stalling, but, you know, healing and staying in there. So he has longevity. A lot of good stuff on him. You know, the Burning Bulwark is cool. Sorry guys, I got something in my throat. Burning Bulwark, he actually gets Earthquake, unlike the Entei. Obviously he has special moves, but it's like, you don't really want special moves anyways. He has some Elemental Fangs, Facade, which could be cool, Psychic Fangs for screen breaking, Smart Strike, so we can actually hit fairies on the super effective side. He also has Iron Head, which we would use instead of Smart Strike. Earthquake, Stone Edge, Outrage, of course, Flare Blitz, Heat Crash, Scale Shot, so we can set up with, we can get some movement going with Scale Shots and Dragon Dance. He also has that Weather Ball, which is funny, but you know, we wouldn't use that. But yeah, basically, he has a lot of good stuff going for him, and I'm excited to use him on the team. He has a great, you know, Fire Dragon's not bad. He has a lot of resistances. He resists fire, electric, grass, bug, and steel, and is only weak to dragon and rock and ground. So 3 compared to what, 5? So yeah, very good defensive Pokemon, but also very scary offensively. With 91 speed, he can be speedy. He can be offensive in the speedy way, and he's bulky enough to get Dragon Dance offs and be able to shrug off hits. So yeah, I'm really excited to use him, guys. All right, and for our second pick, we decided that we wanted some fairy. You know, get our Steel Fairy Dragon Core early. So we decided to go Enamorous Incarnate, the Speedy Fairy type that I think is so fucking ugly. But it is a good mon, I will give it that. With the abilities of Cute Charm and Contrary, you know, you better make sure you don't have a bunch of males on your team or you might catch me running Cute Charm. But Contrary is the other ability, which is also fantastic. 74 HP is not terrible. 115 attack, so you can actually take advantage of the Contrary because it has superpower. 70 defense, 135 speed attack, 80 special defense, and 106 speed. So pretty decent, like well-built Pokemon for the most part. Can definitely take at least one hit for the most part. And you know, a couple resistances that we needed, like ground and immunities. We needed ground and dragon, which helps our Gouging Fire. It resists grass as well, and bug and dark. And then, you know, Gouging Fire helps complement that by resisting the electric that it's gonna be weak to, which is very nice, and the steel. So they kind of complement each other really well. And yeah, so just looking forward to use it. You know, put a scarf on it, click superpower, play rough, all that fun stuff. Can go, you know, toy specs. Don't even need specs. It has 135 special attack, so it hits really hard. This Mon is going to be a threat on the team. Alright, next, for our third pick, we decided to go more defensive because we have a pretty defensive team so far with the Gouging Fire. And I wanted to keep it going. I wanted to finish out the Steel Fairy Dragon Core. So we got Orth Worm in the third round. It's a bit of a reach, but hear me out, guys. He is a pure Steel type, so a great defensive typing. Resists so many things. Immune to poison, but since he has Earth Eater, he's also immune to ground. So he is actually a great switch in. If there's a poison type, you swap into Orth Worm for the Enamorous, and if it's a, if Gouging Fire is out on a ground type, we swap into this, and boom, we eat the ground up. Also resist ice, which is good for the Enamorous. What else does it resist? That's good for rock. Resist rock for the Gouging Fire and Enamorous. Resist dragon for the Gouging Fire. Steel for the Enamorous, and has a fairy resist. Obviously, Gouging Fire isn't actually weak to fairy, but hey, we got a fairy resist right here. He has his base stats are 70 HP, 85 attack, 145 defense, so crazy defense. A special attack 60, 55 speed def, and 65 speed. Honestly, with 145 defense, you could probably put in 252 into speed def to be bulky on that side and be okay. Middle to average HP, but just a shit ton of defense. I've watched my boy MSR cook with this thing with the coil subsets, just that kind of nonsense. So you'll be seeing some offensive Orth Worm as well, not just the run-of-the-mill defensive Orth Worms and whatnot. You know what I mean? And yeah, he is our stealth rocker as well. I am pretty sure he can set up spikes, I believe. Let me fact check that. It might just be rocks. No, he gets spikes as well, so there you go. He can set spikes, he can set rocks. He has the coil with the Iron Tail that goes really well. Body press that goes well with that defense. Gets Earthquake, I believe. Yep, Earthquake as well. So pretty good Mon. Iron Head, all that good stuff. Coil and Curse, depending on which way you want to go with it. So yeah, very solid Mon. You might say is a reach for round 3, but I say that it complements the team perfectly. With these 3 Mons, they cover all of their weaknesses together. That core is such a fantastic core. Very strong. So I'm looking forward to it. Alright, round 4, we decided we want some fun. I want to use some DLC 2 Mons. So we decided to go Hydrael. Hydrael has the Super Sweet Syrup, which lowers evasiveness. We'd never use that. But we have Regenerator, and Sticky Hold is also a good item to use. Regenerator means, he swaps in, isn't it, I believe, a third? Does not give the full number. Yeah, it heals a third of his maximum HP every time it swaps out. Obviously, no momentum, so you had a hard swap. Also, Sticky Hold in case you want to hold on to the item on those knockoff Mons. And the best part about him is he has 106 HP, 80 attack, which isn't even that bad. That's like Charizard around the amount that Charizard has. 110 defense, 120 special attack, and 80 speed def. So once again, this Mon can be bulky on either side thanks to its HP pool. It is obviously more bulky on the defensive side, but if I want to run speed def, I really can. He has 3 quad resist, so he's actually a pretty good bulky Mon. Ice Dragon isn't the best still, though. Obviously has a lot of weaknesses, but I feel like he makes up for those weaknesses with his bulk. And not a lot of things are going to want to say on to hit him, because he can basically swallow a decent amount of hits. He has a lot of fun stuff in his move pool. Obviously, he has the Fickle Beam, which can sometimes be stronger than, what is it, like Draco Meteor? I gotta remember how that works. Where's Fickle Beam at? I gotta look up Fickle Beam. Shoots a beam of light, and it doubles its power. So yeah, it goes from 80 to 160. That's like more than Draco Meteor, I believe. And yeah, it's just like basically a Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse 85 is 80, so sometimes it can be stronger than a Draco and doesn't miss or lower your stats. And sometimes it can be a Dragon Pulse, so either way, it's not that bad. He also gets the Syrup Bomb that lowers speed each turn. Lowers opponent's speed each turn for 3 turns. That's pretty cool. I don't even know it did that. This is my first time looking at this one. He has Growth in case I want to, manually set up Sun, or someone is using a Sun team. I can Growth. Get that nice +2. It has Recover, so it has a way to heal itself. It might get Synthesis too. I'm not entirely sure, but it doesn't matter. Recover is better than Synthesis, in my opinion. Has Energy Ball. If you want to go physical, has Power Whip. Has some nice little bug coverage with Pounce, Facade as well. Dragon Tail for phasing. Can set up the Sun or the Rain depending on what you want. You probably get Solar Beam. Yeah, you get Solar Beam, so you can set up the Sun and do Solar Beam. Grass Knot for the fat boys. It gets Giga Drain, Heavy Slam, which I don't know if Heavy Slam's that good on him because he's just an apple with some worms in it. It gets Hydro Pump. What the hell? It gets Hydro Pump, so that's cool. So it gets some nice, interesting coverage there. I actually did not see that till now. Leaf Storm, obviously. Earth Power is great coverage. So yeah, basically, this mon has a lot of good stuff. Infestation for trapping and Yawn. This mon is actually really good. I think it was a steal at 11 points, and I'm excited to use it. Alright, for my next pick, which is, I believe, the 5th pick, I went for the Hisuian Goodra. So, in the past, mainly in the latest season, this mon was such a problem for me. The way Finley piloted this mon was fantastic, and it made me want to get in on some of that action. Steel Dragon is a fantastic defensive typing. It has a bajillion resistance immunities. It has, with Sap Sipper, it'll have 2 immunities, and then for everything else, it resists 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 resistances and only 2 weaknesses. Which one of them is being ground, which I have Earth Eater for, and the other one being fighting, which I have a Flying Fairy that quad resisted. So, a fantastic mon with obviously, pseudo legendary stats at 600, but those stats are 80 HP, 100 attack, 100 defense, 110 sp attack, 150 spadef. So we got our main spadef mon right here, and 60 speed. But the fun part about it is that you can be physical or special. Sadly, it doesn't have Scald like the normal Goodra, but still has a fantastic move pool, has a lot of good coverage. It can run Earthquake for those spadef mons. Watch out Heatran, stuff like that. Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse. It gets Power Whip if you want that coverage for that. It has Life Dew, which isn't great, but it has like Acid Spray to lower Spadef, Chilling Water to lower attack, Dragon Tail for phasing. It gets the Elemental Punches for some reason. At least gets Fire Punch and Thunder Punch. I don't think it gets Ice Punch, but I could be wrong. Oh, it gets Ice Beam. So it has Ice Beam, Earthquake. It doesn't get Earth Power, so that's usually why they run that. Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, literally the Avatar, dude. This mon is literally the Avatar. Sludge Bomb as well, so Flash Cannon as well, obviously. So yeah, good mon, good coverage, very, very fat mon, and I'm excited to use it. Up next, we drafted in the 6th round. This wasn't actually my draft because I did some trades afterwards because of Grace, but we're just gonna put it in here because it replaced that mon. Next we got Tentacruel, the OG, with the Clear Body, Liquid Ooze, or Rain Dish. Liquid Ooze could be good if I have a lot of people using Drain Kiss mons or Giga Drain. But Clear Body is also really good. Can't get my Spadef lowered or anything like that, so that is very good for it. Water Poison typing is also a very good defensive typing. As you can tell, my team is very defensive and fat this time around. I do have some speed we haven't got to see yet, but I decided I want to go more bulky and try and win with a lot of eating hits and coming in and dealing a lot of damage that way. So, and it's my first spinner, and potentially only spinner, I think it is. So the stats are 80 HP, 70 attack, 65 defense, 80 attack, 120 spadef, so another good spadef mon, and 100 speed, with a lot of resistances that I really, really like fire, water, ice, fighting, poison, steel, and fairy. Bug got 2. Only 3 weaknesses that we can handle very nicely. And yeah, let me go to his moves. I believe this mon gets knockoff now, so that's a knockoff mon. Yep. We get knockoff and toxic. We get momentum with flip turn, because this team does not have a lot of momentum, so I need it where I can get it. But yes, knockoff Dazzling Gleam, which is great. We have the Giga Drain in case something like a grass or ground water type wants to try and come in on us. Ice Beam coverage is also really good. We have some funny Swords Dance stuff we can do. Poison Jab, Sludge Wave, Pump. No Scald anymore, but it's okay. We got Flip now. We can trap with Whirlpool, all that good stuff. Obviously, people know Tentacruel is a good mon, so surprisingly did not get drafted. So I got to pick him up, and I'm excited to see him on the team. All right, the next mon that we drafted, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our 7th mon, once again, is the mon we got after Grace Period, or during Grace Period, because I had to do a complete rebuild on my team because I needed some speed. I didn't want to be so reliant on the sticky web, so we got some speed in here now. We got the Tinkaton, so the nice hammer Pokemon, Fairy Steel, a fantastic, once again, fantastic defensive typing. It's gonna be the common trend here, you know. Resist normal, grass, ice, immune to poison, resist fairy, dark, immune to dragon, resist rock, bug, psychic, and flying. With 85 HP, 75 attack, 77 defense, 70 attack, 105 speed def, and 94 speed. So it is a potentially could be a fast Thunder Waver. It can set rocks, knock off. Gigaton Hammer gets a lot of good moves. I think Tinkaton is a pretty decent mon, especially when you get it off the. No one drafted it, so I just got it for free. Well, I had to trade, but you know, with it is a very good utility mon with Thunder Wave and Stealth Rock. It's very helpful. The Gigaton Hammer, even with that, even with the 75 attack, still does a decent amount. It also gets Ice Hammer, which I never heard of Ice Hammer. That has to be a Gen 9 move, but I've never heard of it, so that's cool. Well, it might not have to be a Gen 9 move, but it definitely has it in Gen 9. Yeah, so good mon, fun mon. Looking forward to using it. Has Mold Breaker, which is very cool. Own Tempo and Pickpocket, which you might see some pickpocket shenanigans. That'd be pretty interesting. Take a hit, steal her item. Don't come in with an item, and boom. Take away that Choice Scarf from something that's really fast. Take away that leftovers, stuff like that. So yeah, looking forward to using this mon. Obviously, I'm looking forward to using them all, but I'm gonna keep saying it. In our next round, we decided to go with Galarian Zapdos. I wanted some more speed. Obviously, they talk about in Draft League, 110 is the new 100. I get that. But with my team, I have some speed control. 100's still not bad. Can slap a Choice Scarf on it if I need to. There are a limited amount of mons that hit that 110 threshold, especially even less that hit the 120 threshold, so I feel like I can make it work. I did it last season and made playoffs. I can do it this season, I believe. He's a strong fighting flying type. We did not have a fighting type yet, so I wanted that. More ground immunity is for the better, you know, always want more ground immunities because we got a few mons weak to ground that we want to protect. And so his stats are as follows: 90 HP, 125 attack, 90 defense, 85 speed attack, 90 speed def, and 100 speed. So he's definitely taking a hit. And his ability is Defiant, so I can punish defog users. For all the defog users out there, you better watch out. I will swap in and get my +1. This mon, it got knockoff in DLC 1. Knockoff with a great addition to this mon's learn set or move set. You can be cheeky. It gets screens. I've definitely run screens on stuff you wouldn't expect. Does it get reflect? No, it only gets light screen. But you never know. I can run Thunder Wave. Oh wait, my bad. It was still on the Zapdos page for moves. So now I'm on the Galarian. Ignore the Thunder Wave. Oh wait, no, it still gets Thunder Wave. Wait. Oh my god. I'm getting pranked. Stupid Pokemon database for having the tabs for Galarian, Zapdos, and Zapdos. I chose Galarian Zapdos, okay? We don't get Thunder Wave, okay? But we do get Low Kick. We get both the Rain Dance and Sunny Day, which is cool. We get Momentum and U-Turn. Brick Break for screen breaking. Stormy Tantrum for some ground coverage. You know, that kind of good stuff. We get Close Combat, Brave Bird, Tailwind, Support. Could be fun. We get the Thunderous Kick if you don't feel like running Close Combat. Bulk Up for setup, so we have some nice setup potential with agility. I believe it does not get it does get Trailblaze, so we have some setup potential. And yeah, very solid mon. I decided I wanted to use it this season. I feel like maybe I could have got a better mon for that would complement my team, but we're here for a fun time, okay? We're here for a good time, not a long time, you know what I mean? So yeah, with that shenanigans out of the way after getting pranked, let's just get down to the next round. Next, I believe this is round 9. We got Electros, the God's Mistake, my GOAT from Season 1. I love this mon. Obviously, now that there's more knockoff users, it makes me a little sad because in Season 1, I was able to run Assault Vest and felt way more safe with my vest on. My nice button-up vest. You know, he was looking real dapper. But now, there's a bunch of mons with knockoff. So, I still will probably run Assault Vest a lot, but I will definitely be running some new stuff. I never did any setup with him. He does get coil and bulk up, depending on what moves you want to use. Don't remember if this thing gets Iron Tail or coil and Iron Tail, because then you could just run coil Iron Tail, and that's pretty good. But his base stats are 85 HP, 115 attack, 80 defense, 105 attack, 80 speed def, and 50 speed. He can be bulky on either side. Obviously, with the HP and the defenses, it's like, okay, not bad. It can be mixed attacking. With an Assault Vest, he becomes like pretty good for Deathmon. Resist a few things, is weak to nothing, so that's very good. Let's see. What we got for moves? We got Discharge. Obviously, that gives us a higher chance to Tera. We can also just run Thunder Wave. We got Dragon Tail for phasing. I've definitely run that before. We get U-Turn and Volt Switch, so if there's any ground types, we just run U-Turn. Lots of good coverage. We have Crunch, obviously. Dragon Claw and Dragon Pulse and Outrage. We get the Thunder Fang, but we just use Thunder Punch. Volt Switch, of course. T-Wave for speed control. Thunderbolt. Volt Switch, you know, all that good stuff. Brick Break for screen breaks. Body Press in case we're going like bulk up. Body Press with max defense. Drain Punch as well. I loved running Drain Punch last season. Or I think it was, no, it wasn't last season. Season 1. Acrobatics I can run if I feel like my item can get removed and I need to have acrobatics. That's not a bad idea. Has Grass Knot and Giga Drain for some grass coverage. I like that. Hex is very interesting with the ability to T-Wave stuff. You know, we have Bulldoze and Sobbing Tantrum for some ground coverage. On those pesky rock ground types, or, you know, ground types in general. Well, for rock types, I mean. For ground types, we have Giga Drain. I mean, we have Giga Drain for rock types too. But, you know, Facade could be cool. I forgot to mention. Pinkaton is my Tera. Shoot. You guys will see it in the graphics. But I'm just going to bring it up now, just because, for my my own sanity. Pinkaton is Steel, Ghost, and Water. You know, Ghost because then I can spin block and protect my rocks. Steel because Gigaton Hammer bonking, and Water. Like Poke Game says it, Steel Fairy types want to become Water types, and Water types want to become Fairy types. So there you go. But back to our boy. Also Acid Spray, Zen Headbutt. He gets Light Screens. No Reflect, I believe. No Reflect, just Light Screen. Get some Rock Slide, Flash Cannon. He has a lot of good coverage. Liquidation, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm excited to bring him back to the squad. You're going to see a few familiar faces for our last pick. So, yeah. Our second to last pick, we decided to get another Tera Captain. We decided to bring back Pyroar. Obviously, Pyroar, very questionable in a lot of people's eyes. But I want to give him another chance. I used him for 1 week. I actually did not mind his performance. And with Tera, I feel like he can be okay. He has 86 HP, 68 attack, which doesn't matter. Why give him Moxie? Why? 72 defense, 109 special attack, which is fine. 66 speed def, and 106 speed, which is, I believe it's like our highest or tied for our highest. So, he's a fast mon for us. With the Tera Fire, Tera Grass, and Tera Ground are our Tera typings. You know, Tera Fire for the big flamethrowers, stuff like that, hit really hard, choice specs. And Ground, I felt like was very good coverage for what we need it for, you know. I feel like I really like Ground because it resists Rock, which he's weak to. It also gets rid of his a lot of his other weaknesses, to be fair. I do feel like maybe Ground could be something else. Like maybe Steel. Steel would be pretty good, I feel like, for fighting fairies. Obviously, fairies don't really do much to this guy unless they have Earth Power, which I've seen. And if they have Earth Power, Steel didn't matter anyways. So for now, we're going to rock out with Ground. Maybe we change it. And yeah, I also like Grass because it resists Ground as well. Grass is just very solid. Goes well against water types. And his move pool, let's look at that one. He has the Hyper Beam, which is, you know, that's a move. But he gets Flamethrower and Hyper Voice, which are his two strong stabs. You got Overheat as well for those choice specs. Tera Fire Overheats. Go hard. We have it. Endeavor. I want to try and use Endeavor on someone. I feel like it could be super funny and cool to like get some sort of Endeavor playoff. Too bad he doesn't get like priority, like no quick attack. This thing should get quick attack, by the way, guys. I don't know why it doesn't. But it gets acrobatics. Obviously, you're not going to use it for physical, so why am I even reading over those ones? Let's change the category to this. Yeah, Terra Blast, obviously, we would use Solar Beam in case we want to go powered. Solar Beam, stuff like that. Heat Wave as well for fire. Yeah, his coverage isn't the best, obviously. That's why he's a 3-pointer. But I feel like I'm still going to have fun. He has Yawn, too. So, yeah, give him some Yawn action. Wisp, he's a fast Whisper. I love me some Wisping. And, yeah, and Taunt, too. Yeah, that's about it. He's a 3-pointer for a reason. I still think he can be good. We are going to cook. He will get kills, I promise you. For the final pick for the Detroit Blue Flares, we decided to go back to one of our old reliables. He didn't see much play in Season 2, but I feel like he is a good mon, and for 3 points, that is a steal. It is normal Samurott, not this doing one. Get shell armor, so no crits. I don't think his stats are that bad. With the 95 HP, 100 attack, 85 defense, 108 attack, 70 speed def, and 70 speed. He's a very good mixed attacker. Me and Shiro, when she helped me team build, we really cooked with this mon. Unfortunately, when we did use him the one time, he got para'd, and then we lost to a bunch of my own shenanigans. Shout out to Spoods. If you know, you know. But he has a pretty decent move pool. He has more momentum, which we needed. Aqua Jet priority is very good. He has Sacred Sword, of course, for the physical. It ignores any stat increases. Chilling Water could be interesting to see. Obviously, Facade again. Encore, Swords Dance. It gets Ice Beam for more coverage. X Scissor. Like, this thing covers a lot of stuff. It has Air Slash and Aerial Ace. Grass Knot, Drill Run, Bulldoze. You know, Icy Wind or Ice Beam. Obviously, stuff like that. Got the Facade like most have. Encore, which I love to see. Tera Blast. Oh yeah, he is our Tera. I should remember these. But he's Tera Water, Tera Ground, and Tera Fairy. I like Ground. Ground's pretty good. It could be something else. I could have changed it to Fighting. I might change it to Fighting at some point. Because Stab, Sacred Swords kind of go crazy. He has Aqua Cutter as well. We love to see it. Liquidation, Waterfall for flinches. Stuff like that. Very, very solid mon for the points. I feel like that was great value at the end of the draft. So yeah, guys, that is our team. And I hope you guys are excited for this season. I want to go further. We made it to round 2 of playoffs. We lost to Finley in a glorious fashion, 2-0 once again. I'm feeling good. We got some new coaches. We got It's Danny Mac, which is cool to see. Just gotta plug him in now. We got some new guys as well. We got a lot of new guys, so I'm excited for this season. It's gonna be very, very fun. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this draft analysis, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.